Clap of lightning, I awake to a foot of water standing in my basement. It started rising, it took me under, the flood is coming. This is not history in black and white now. In a perfect storm there isn't any high ground. The end of childhood, the end of summer, the flood in color. They tried to warn me, I wouldn't listen. And now all at once I'm drowning in my kitchen. My legs are broken from treading water. The flood is coming, the flood is coming. I tried to bargain, I tried to reason, but the sky was deaf, the rain was never ceasing. It's not some cheap bet that I can cover. The flood in color, the flood in color. Listen close now, I was dead wrong to think that things could work themselves out in the long run. Pay attention, heed the thunder, the flood is coming, the flood in color. Thank you. From a water damaged basement in Prince George's County, Maryland, it's time for Sunday Songs. How you doing? How was your week? I would venture to say that it is at least better than the week before last week. I hope it was for all of you. It certainly was for me. Welcome to Sunday Songs. If you've been to all 30 Sunday Songs, thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sticking with the show. Thanks for hanging out and having fun. If this is your first Sunday Songs, thanks for taking the sketchy advice that you got from somebody in your life. Apparently, I think that would be the only way that you could have heard about this show. Otherwise, it's just sketchy advice from a very strange friend, probably your strangest friend, told you to come by here tonight. If this is your first time by the show, I play tunes here all night, both on my guitar and with our proprietary 2-camera technology, also on the piano. And then I take some requests, I take some questions. I read a poem for Soft Boy Poem Corner. It's a lot of fun. So thanks for being here. We always love it at the top of the show, if you're here, if you could text a friend, let them know that there's a free show going on right now. Text them the link to the show. They're not doing anything. It's Sunday night, man. It's Sunday night in the middle of January. I guarantee you they're not doing anything in the middle of a pandemic. Let me play another tune for you. That was a song, that was the title song off a record of mine called The Flood in Color. And I got a hankering to play a lot of songs off that album tonight, so that's what I'm going to start to do. Let's do it. Here again, here again. What I wouldn't give to completely disappear and then float back down to earth with a heart that didn't want to end up here again. Back and forth, back and forth. It's all fun and games till you find out what you're fighting for is the very piece of chain that's held you here in place, wandering back and forth. I keep on waking in the middle of the night to make a promise. Maybe one day I can keep it if I tried. Here again, here again. There are voices speaking truth far away. You know I'm hearing them. Can I follow where they lead? Or will I fall asleep and wake up here again? Thanks. Here's another one off that same album. Like a morning star, like a firstborn son, oh, my blistered heart has been lifted up, and through narrow eyes I have seen so long. Now my road is wide and my grievance gone. In my own, my own, my own, my own, my own lonely night is done. Like a steady job, like a heavy rain, I'll be close at hand when they call my name. I couldn't say as much even yesterday, but I have seen the flood and my heart is changed. In my own, my own, my own, my own, my own long midnight is done. In my own, my own, my own, my own, my own long midnight is done. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's see where you guys are watching from tonight. Have you put down in the comments yet where you're watching from? In the live chat? Let's take a look. I have a feeling that you have. Let's see. All right, Pratik says perfect start to a Joe Pug show. It's crazy that this is what a show is still in 2021 with no end in sight. Charles Kyle is watching from Wake Forest, North Carolina on Facebook. Laura Forseth is here. She says I look forward to this day too. Thank you very much, Laura. Tim McGurran says Canada's capital, Ottawa, Ontario. Tim, I know that you think us Americans are pretty stupid, but we know that Ottawa's the capital, man. We didn't need the training wheels there on the. I know we're very ignorant of your country. I'll grant you that, big time. But we do know that Ottawa's the capital. And thank you for joining us here, brother. Aubrey's here in Spokane, as per her Sunday tradition. That's wonderful. Let's see. Parker is in Bakersfield, I'm assuming. Bakersfield, California. All right. I'm back, Joe. Been a rough couple weeks. Missed my first 2 Sunday songs ever, but I'm tuned back in from St. Augustine. Dude, we were worried because, as everyone knows, this stream started as a very, very heavy St. Augustine audience member stream, and it's really dwindled in the last little while. So now that you're back, I think we all feel a little bit more comfortable, Robert. And I hope you've been all right these last couple weeks that you missed your first couple Sunday songs. Welcome back, brother. I appreciate you. Keep on throwing down here in the live chat and in Facebook on the comments where you're watching from. I want to play another tune or two. I want to play you a tune tonight. There's a songwriter from Texas, the hill country in Texas, named Slade Cleaves. And originally he's from Maine, but he's made his home in Austin, Texas for long enough that he's definitely a Texan now. And he's a great songwriter. I'm sure many of you who are watching tonight are familiar with his music. But if you're not, again, his name is Slade Cleaves. He's written a bunch of great songs. And this tune that I'm about to play for you right now, I've had it in my head for the last week. I saw him play this years ago. He had just released this on an album. And it's a pretty cool song. This is a song after a breakup. What do they say? The best revenge is living well. Is that how they say the phrase? Well, this would fall under a breakup song with the best revenge is living well, for sure. And this is by Slade Cleaves, and it's called "I'll Bet She Does." Says she's trying to get a hold of me. She's not the woman she once was. She's telling all her friends she misses me. I'll bet she does. I turned off my phone a week ago. She sent a friend over today. I said it's the over, please don't bother me. But she said it anyway. She misses you, you can see it in her eyes. And besides, she told me so. Is there anything you would whisper in her ear now that she once again was what was? She says she misses me. I'll bet she does. She says she misses me. I'll bet she does. I won't deny that I still think of her, and I'm not trying to be cruel, but I won't trick my humble heart again, and I'll no longer play the fool. Yeah, she misses me. Now there's nobody at night to hold and say it's alright. Did she realize after running off with him, it's me after all that she loves? She says she misses me. I'll bet she does. She says she misses me. I'll bet she does. Slade Cleaves tune for you there. Yeah, definitely listen to. Go get your hands on a Slade Cleaves album. I think you really like it. His first album, which is called Broke Down, would be a good place to start. I think most singer-songwriters, their first albums are a great place to start because you really get what they're up to. And then he has an album most recently where that song is off of. Let me turn off this reverb here. He has an album more recently that song is off of called Still Fighting the War, which is a hell of a record, man. It's really great. And that song off of it, Still Fighting the War, is really good too. So there you go. Allison Green is in Victoria, BC. What's up, Allison? How you doing? Wow, kind of a Bakersfield heavy show tonight. Bakersfield kind of giving St. Augustine a run for its money, I'll say. Let's see. My man Darren Ann is watching from Ann Arbor, appropriately enough. Oh, let's see. Abby Scott says, miss you at the Soundry. The Soundry was a club in Columbia, Maryland. It's gone now. Pandemic took it down. I'm very glad to see the end of the pandemic coming with, hopefully, God willing, with this vaccine. But man, when it does come back, even when live music does come back, you're going to see a lot of clubs that were on their last legs are just gone, even with the Stay of Our Stages Act. And the Soundry in Columbia, Maryland is one of them, unfortunately. It's already bit the dust. Let's see. This is the other Andrew from Chapel Hill. Great to be here. How do we get Nico Case on the Working Songwriter podcast? You tell me, man. I'd love to have Nico Case on the Working Songwriter. She's welcome anytime. Oh, anytime. If you're friends with her, let her know. Standing invitation. Wow, Charles kind of went deep here. There are 574 recognized tribes in 37 states with COVID-19. Casinos could handle your show, and federally recognized tribes are above state regulations. Have you looked into the tribes as a venue? I have not. I haven't, man. I tell you what, I do appreciate the work around there, but I'm just going to wait until we can go back to play shows the regular way. My man Sam Webster with his killer Facebook avatar with his kilt there, checking in. How you doing, Sam? Good to see you, brother. Oh man, someone's coming at me hot. Pratik, a gifted songwriter in his own right, says, the piano cam is not proprietary anymore, Joe. I just played piano for the first time on my own stream. Well, then you need to kick me in some royalties, brother. My P.O. box is public information. You need to kick some my way. Speaking of that, then, I'm going to show you how the piano cam's done, Pratik. You think you can come on my corner and eat my lunch, man? Hell no. Let's do that. Let's play a tune over here. There was a time when I heard you calling out my name, but that it still works. Now as I pick my own pocket, I know that these days are not so sure. The church was my kitchen, the world was my church. But these days, I'm not so sure. To choirs I would listen, to briars I would serve. But these days, I'm not so sure. I sacrificed my sister, I prayed my own soul to keep. I told my late father that a man should never weep. Breathing was so easy then, I wish that it still were. Now as I breathe, it just makes me colder. I know that these days are not so sure. I drank my wine for breakfast every morning I was born. In the black electric winter, my back was always warm. Stealing was so easy then, I wish that it still were. Now in my sleepless bedroom, I know that these days not so sure. Not quite as good as Pratik's piano can, but we're getting there. We're working on it. Okay. Let's see where else you guys are watching from tonight. I got a really good soft boy poem corner for you tonight. I can barely wait to read it. The only problem is, I think, I don't know if I've read it to you before, very early on, even before this show was called Sunday Songs. I might have read this to you. I don't think I did, but if I did, it's still worth it because it's going to be great. Let's see where else you guys are watching from tonight. Oh, wow, okay. So I got a suggestion here of a poem. You Are Who I Love. Suggests Castine Freeberg. All right, well, I'll check that out for next week, maybe. Our good friend Emily Feld is checking in tonight from Minnesota. Christine's back from Milwaukee. Welcome back, Christine. Good to see you. Okay, so Castine's saying, You Are Who I Love by Aracelis Gourmet. I'm going to screenshot that so I have it for next week. I'll take a look, and if I like it, we'll read it next week. Let's see. I lost my place here. Oh, no. You guys are commenting a lot. I can barely keep up with all your comments here. Someone says we couldn't find you on Twitter, so we had to come here. You know why you couldn't find me on Twitter? A couple weeks, about a month ago, I just turned off my Twitter. This is before all the crazy stuff happened a couple weeks ago in the world and on Twitter, but I just turned off Twitter. I just decided that my life was worse for the amount of time that I spent on Twitter, and that I didn't want my life to be worse anymore, so I just turned off my Twitter account. I just did that. And you know what? It's been great. It's been fantastic. I highly, highly recommend it. I think social media definitely has a place in people's lives, for sure. I'm not against it. I wouldn't have a career anymore without social media. You know, I'm a very independent artist, you know, kind of a boutique artist. So social media is great. But some of it, man, particularly Twitter, I'm just done. I'm out. I'm out on Twitter. And then, ironically enough, a couple weeks later, everything blows up in the world and with Twitter. So I was ahead of the curve, gang. Let's see. All right. So Cindy said she had a good week. How was my week? I reconnected with a woman I hung out with more than 50 years ago when we were 12. Gave away your age there, Cindy. Can't do that. I was visiting relatives in a tiny coal town in the West Virginia mountains, so it was pretty darn good. That's good, man. I think we could always use some connection in our lives, but particularly now with the Rona out, man, you need some connection in your life. I do. Eric Myers very profanely says, watching from a tiny ass island on the east coast of Canada. Eric, there's kids that watch Sunday songs, bro. Danielle says she's watching from Glendon, Maryland, and very looking forward very much to hearing me read the entirety of Eat, Pray, Love. That'll be at the end of the hour of Sunday songs, so everyone can tune out, and I will just read Eat, Pray, Love in its entirety with no one watching after that. Oh, and look at this. So Andy Kretschmer says, I love Slave Cleaves, who I just covered earlier. He's selling homemade songbooks now. Hell of a treat. So if you dug that, go listen to some more Slade and get that. All right, I'm going to play another tune. I am the day, I am the dawn, I am the darkness coming on. And I'm once, I'm twice, I am the whole, I'm just a slice. Some call me gone, some call me here, none around, none near. I am right now, I am back then, I will return, don't ask me when. I am the disappointed kiss, I am the unexpected harvest. I am the old Kentucky home, I am the son who runs the farthest. I have done wrong, I will do wrong, there's nothing wrong with doing wrong. And I am faith, I am belief, except for when I'm not. I am the teeth of champions, I am rust and water out. And I'm sleep, I'm breathing, I'm the missing of the passing seasons. I am the brush, I am the strokes, I'm sickness come to the best of folks. I am renewed, I am just made, I am unchanging. I'm a pasture fenced about the edge, I am Dakota thunder raging. And by my shoes and by my feet and by my soul and wonder, I am the tracks we've laid above, I am the tunnel running under. Thank you. Thank you. It's a song called Hymn Number 35. I think it's time for a Soft Boy Poem Corner, and boy, do I have a good one for you. If this is your first time here to Sunday Songs, we do a segment here called Soft Boy Poem Corner, and it is America's favorite time to cry. Tonight I have a Charles Bukowski poem for you. I know that I've read a poem by Bukowski on this show before, maybe a couple of them before. I don't think that I've read this one. I really hope that I haven't. If I have, it's still a really good poem. I know that I read it on the podcast years ago, but this is just a wonderful poem by Charles Bukowski. I believe the title of it is just Style. There's a couple different names for it on the internet. Style is the answer to everything, a fresh way to approach a dull or dangerous thing. To do a dull thing with style is preferable to doing a dangerous thing without it. To do a dangerous thing with style is what I call art. Bullfighting can be an art. Boxing can be an art. Loving can be an art. Opening a can of sardines can be an art. Not many have style. Not many can keep style. I have seen dogs with more style than men, although not many dogs have style. Cats have it with abundance. When Hemingway put his brains to the wall with a shotgun, that was style. Or sometimes people give you style. Joan of Arc had style. John the Baptist, Christ, Socrates, Caesar, Garcia Lorca. I have met men in jail with style. I have met more men in jail with style than men out of jail. Style is the difference, a way of doing, a way of being done. 6 herons standing quietly in a pool of water, or you, naked, walking out of the bathroom without seeing me. Uncle Charles, with a beautiful poem. Isn't that good? Even if I did read that before, you have to admit that it was worth reading again. Not in my current studio or workspace do I have that up, but for a long time I had that poem up in my workspace just to remind myself it's a way of doing things. That's why you can hear some songwriters and some songs and everything's there but the style. They're great lyricists, they great melodies, this, that, or the other, but there's just not a style to bring it all together. And then again, you can have songwriters where you just don't even understand why you like them because it's not quite the lyrics that are so outstanding. It's not quite the melody, and yet the whole product itself, the whole finished thing, the song, it has a style to it that's just so much more compelling than even the best technical writers out there. So yeah, style is the answer to everything. That's what I'd say. I agree with old Bukowski there. Let's see what you guys are up to in the comments. You can start throwing down in there any requests you have or any questions you have. I'd love to answer any of that. Let's see. Hey Joe, my family and I are checking in from Moline, Illinois for Sunday Songs for my 11-year-old Ben. He says hi. What's up, Ben? I'm sorry that someone from the Prince Edward Islands had to use profanity in the comments earlier. My bad, dude. Let's see. Chip was asking who I was covering. That was Slade Cleaves, my friend. Melanie says, hello from Los Angeles. Thank you, Joe. Piano sounds great. Thanks, Melanie. I appreciate it. We aim to please. What is this? 16-bit Intel 880 chip is my favorite Bukowski. All right, I'm gonna screenshot that too because I want to check that out. I used to think that I hated Bukowski, but I keep on reading stuff of his that I like. Okay. Oh, and I wanted to do a contest tonight. We'll do the contest after this song here. Let's see. Katie Murphy says that she would like to hear "Stay and Dance." You got it. Whoops. You got it, Katie. Don't take everything they say to heart. Don't pick every unkind word apart. It's a brave new world, but some things still hold true. The seasons change and people change their tune. 'Cause they don't know beauty, just the costume. Don't know music, just the volume. Stay and dance with just who brought you. The lights come up, baby, nothing else remains. So grab that waiting wheel and set your course. Let the chorus waver back and forth. It's you alone knows where the greatness lies. So meet their doubtful gazes eye to eye. 'Cause they don't know beauty, just the costume. Don't know music, just the volume. Stay and dance with just who brought you. Stay and dance with just who brought you. Stay and dance with just who brought you. The lights come up, baby, nothing else remains. The lights come up, baby, nothing else remains. Thanks. That was a song called "Stay and Dance" for a listener named Katie. Oh, and it looks like we got to Deirdre. Wanted to hear that as well, so there you go. Boom. I can hear your accent. I can hear your Scottish accent in this. Long-term film, great stuff. Love from Edinburgh. That's great. Okay, thank you, Eric. Eric's going to clean up his act in the comments here. Thank you, sir. This is a family program. You know that, Eric. My Lord. Can you paint a picture of a favorite club you're missing? I'm guessing that you mean that metaphorically. Yes, I can paint a very good picture of a club that I'm missing. Last year, when we released the album "The Flood in Color," we did the first release shows, real release shows, at a club in Chicago called The Hideout. And The Hideout is in the middle of this industrial area in Chicago. So it's outside of the Loop, but it's below the North Side, and it's this little tiny club that abuts a big parking lot where the city of Chicago keeps all their streets and sanitation trucks. And there's a little tiny, almost looks like a house, like the type of house that like a kid would draw with, like, you know, like the Pentagon. And there's a little old style sign out front. Old style is the cheap beer of Chicago, if you haven't been to Chicago before. The Northeast has Narragansett. The Maryland has Natty Bow, Minneapolis has a Grain Belt, Chicago has Old Style. So it has this Old Style sign out front, and you come in. It's a family-owned place, and you come in, and there's this old bar, this old mahogany bar in the front room. It's a really small place, low ceiling, and then you go back these double doors, and there's a little music room with just checkered linoleum tile on the ground and a little raised stage with an old upright piano there. And a lot of people have come through the Hideout and have played there over the years. I believe Nico Case has played there before. I know Wilco's come through a couple times to at least do their block party. I don't know if they've ever played inside before, but a lot of people that play roots music have come through the Hideout. And it's a wonderful little club, man. It has a little dressing room upstairs. You walk up the stairs, and you can drink beer with your friends there after shows, and it's a wonderful club. So I'm hoping that the Hideout is hanging on okay. My buddy Jeremy Miller, who helped me record Nation of Heat, he pulls some shifts there still, and he seems to think that they're hanging on. So that's good. I hope that they are. But yeah, that's one of the venues that I miss big time that I hope is still going to be there once all this madness ends. Let's see. Oh man, I haven't played this song in forever, so I'll do this. Gregory wants to hear Burn and Shine. Yeah, man, I haven't played that on Sunday Songs in forever. Let me get a different guitar. This is a song off of, I believe this is off Windfall. I wrote this song a lot earlier than we recorded it. I haven't played this guitar in a couple weeks, I guess. In the meantime, while I'm tuning this guitar, I made these shirts with the logo for my record label on here, Nation of Heat Records. If you'd like to get one of these, all you got to do is go over to joepugmusic.com/newsletter and sign up. And I've heard people on the internet saying, hey man, I've been on the newsletter for a long time. How come I'm not entered to win, even though I've been a loyal newsletter recipient over the years? I hear you loud and clear. So tonight, I'm going to send one of these shirts to someone who signs up tonight over at joepug.newsletter, joepug.com/newsletter. And I'm going to go back and find someone who's been on the list for a long time, and I'm going to send them one too. I only have it in black, and I only have them in medium, unisex medium. So this is what I'm giving away tonight. Head over to the newsletter. We've got some big news coming very soon, so it'll be worth it anyway. And I never really harass people with the newsletter. I'm usually only once a month, unless I'm going to come to your town and play a show, unless we have some new music coming up. This is Burn and Shine for a fella that requested it. Let's do it. Never had enough to be the favorite son, and so I never had enough to disappoint no one. Everything I ever done, it never came too much. Maybe then I could have said that I was just washed up. How my brother was a soldier, he was straight and true. Mama said he was a member of the chosen few, but I guess he never felt he ever got his due. He wrote a note and put a rope around his neck last June. Let them burn and shine, let them burn and shine, let that last long days just be yours and mine. Let them spin their wheels, turn their pages, break their knives on the rock of ages. Baby, we'll be fine. Let them burn, burn and shine. Where no one ever whistled when you walked by, because you never caught the corner of the public eye. When you left town, you got one goodbye from the sign of the Frederick County line. Our sister was a looker, she was tall and wild. She had a star-crossed lover on a moonlit mile. Then she met a politician and she had his child. It takes the bottom of a bottle just to make her smile. Let them burn and shine, let them burn and shine. Let that last long days just be yours and mine. Let them spin their wheels, turn their pages, break their knives on the rock of ages. Baby, we'll be fine. Let them burn, burn and shine. Let them burn and shine. Let them burn and shine. Let that last long days just be yours and mine. Let them spin their wheels, turn their pages, break their knives on the rock of ages. Baby, we'll be fine. Let them burn, burn and shine. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's been forever since I played that one. That was probably a little bit too low. I should have played that one higher. I should have stuck with my original one. Let's see. I'm seeing a lot of how good you are. So let's do that. I got all sorts of messed up wires and stuff around here, you guys. This is COVID has really made me be my own engineer, my own lighting person, my own camera person. It's been bizarre, man. Robert Brack says, heck yeah, a shirt with a Mega Lotto. I like my, you know what, man? If you end up getting the shirt this week, I'll put a Mega Lotto ticket in there for you. But then if you win the Mega Lotto with the one that I sent you, we'll split the money with all the people that regularly watch Sunday songs. That's what we'll do. Let's see. Let's do How Good You Are, because you guys requested that one. Oh wow, and I'm getting a lot of requests for Great Despiser. Okay, we'll do that next. We'll close the show with Great Despiser. We might even get a second piano cam appearance out of it. Let's do Let's do How Good You Are first. I was born into a circus, but I ran off to join a home. Oh, they said that I was worthless, that my family died unknown. So it gets and so it goes, that's what you get, I suppose, for wanting something more than a life of walking ropes. All the Christians left behind at the crossroads of your town. Oh, they're playing truth or dare neath the sanctuary now. Some wish they had the truth, some wish they had the gold, but there ain't no sense in leaving from the holy game, you know. How good you are, how hard it is, how good you are. There's a butler in your hallway. He is troublesome and old. He repeats the word of life to describe your family code. You ask him please to go, but there's one thing you don't know. He carved April 7th, 65 into the side of your piano. I know how good you are, how hard it is, how good you are. Everything that you were meant for, everything that you were born to do, does not need you to do it. Someone else was born to do it too. You're like a half-grown man, you barely learn how to stand. If you shut up with what you've chosen, you'll hear something choosing you. I know how good you are, how hard it is, how good you are. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I'm going to play one more tune. You guys, thanks so much for coming back to Sunday Songs. You come back to Sunday Songs every week. There's a thing that happens with musicians when you're on the road and you go to clubs and it's like a Tuesday night or a Wednesday night. You go to the club, you set up all the merchandise, you set up the gear, you sound check, you get all ready. You go to dinner, you come back, and you sit there and you wait in the dressing room of the club. And every musician that I know whether they're very popular or not very popular, whether they're really good or really mediocre, whatever. Every single one that I know always has that thought to them every night, where they're that thought to themselves of like, is this the night that no one shows up? You know what I mean? And of course, that transfers on to doing these Sunday song shows, and every week you guys come back, and I really appreciate it. I really do. I love spending this time with you. Thank you very much for being here. I'm going to head over to the piano cam, our proprietary technology, less one other live stream. There's apparently 2 live streams that do 2-camera technology here. I'm going to do the Great Despiser. Hey, little brother, did you hear I made it back to town? I'm getting sober, there's some things I gotta figure out. I saw the station and the lights we used to run around. I could have sworn that there were things I used to care about. Oh, so pleased to see you. Been so long. Where you been since I've been gone? What were all those words we used to shout? I ain't the great despiser. I hold myself beside. Back and forth, I'm getting older, man, it's barely worth it anymore. I had a dream that we were sitting on the summer porch. It seemed like everything was just the way it was before. Been so long, where you been since I've been gone? What were all these frozen letters for? I ain't the great despiser. I hold myself beside. Piano camp. Well, luckily, you guys, that brings us to the end of the show because apparently there's frog in my throat here. Thanks for listening to the show. I'll be back next week with a repaired voice, I'm sure. Bring a friend. We'll see you then. Thank you, guys. Peace.